One arrow blew straight through a 30-foot thick wall. The soldiers inside had never seen anything like it. They panicked and ran in every direction. They fell back into the city. The enemy was already at the gates. Everyone dropped their weapons, ready to surrender. Right at that moment, a soldier climbed up the gate and screamed. Even if they surrendered right now, the enemy would not spare them. Their families would be slaughtered too. The soldiers found their will to fight again. They regrouped. In the narrow passages, both sides clashed head-on. But right then, the cunning enemy king grabbed the divine bow and made his way to the cave where the Titans were imprisoned. He drew the bow and aimed at the entrance. The next second, the arrow flew. The entire wall shook violently. Theseus was still in the middle of the fight, and he knew instantly something was wrong. The enemy was trying to free the Titans. He had to stop it right now. Covered by his teammates, they pushed through with everything they had, racing toward the cave. But they were one step too late. The king had already drawn the divine bow and fired at the golden cage. Every single Titan broke free. By the time Theseus realized what was happening, his allies had fought to the death to get the bow back, but the Titans surrounded them and crushed them to pieces. This war no longer belonged to humans. Then, 5 beams of holy light came down from the sky. Zeus and the gods descended, ready to wipe out the Titans. One Titan lunged for the divine bow. Zeus slammed him straight into the wall. The gods moved way faster than the Titans. In the blink of an eye, multiple enemies were taken down. On the other side, Theseus caught up to the king. The two went at each other, pure strength against strength. But slowly, Theseus started to wear out. A few heavy hits drove him down to his knees. The king thought the win was his. He wiped the blood off his dagger and slowly closed in. But he didn't notice. Theseus had a broken shard hidden behind his back. The moment the king moved in for the kill, Theseus exploded into action. He tackled the king to the ground and drove the shard straight into his body. Meanwhile, the gods were powerful, but the Titans kept coming. 3 gods fell one after another. Even Zeus's own daughter, Athena, was struck down by the Titans. Zeus was done holding back. He made his final move. Standing on top of the cage, he pulled the chains and brought down the massive stone statues holding up the cave. The next second, the entire mountain began to collapse. Zeus carried Athena's body back to the realm of the gods, and every Titan was buried under the rubble. The army outside the walls saw the mountain fall and ran for their lives. In the final moment, Theseus earned the recognition of the gods and became a god himself. This movie is called Immortals. The story is inspired by Greek mythology, but it only borrows the characters and the setting. Most of the plot was made up by the director himself.